Hey friends, welcome to spooky season. No, it's August.
Almost.
You're probably thinking, hang on a second, Lee, it's August. Is it spooky season?
August is the start of
It
spooky season.
it is. Disney does Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party. Time this gets released, it's probably happening. Universal are doing Halloween Horror Nights. That's the premiere scare event in Orlando. SeaWorld have got Howlow Scream going on. It's all happening. August is spooky season in Orlando. And what we want to do is we want to do a little bit of a hype list now that all of the mazes for Universal's Halloween Horror Nights have been released, the scare zones, the entertainment, everything's been released. So we wanted to sit down and rank them. And we did this. I don't know what you've got as your top 10. Becky doesn't know what I've got. We've kind of had like we had like a 5-minute discussion of, oh, that house is kind of okay, that was like, but we don't know where we've ranked these houses. So the layout of this, we're going to go through all 10 houses right now. I'm going to go 10, 10, 9, 9, 9. We're going to just have a little bit of a discussion as to why you put it where. Then we'll move on to the scare zones, the entertainment offerings, and then there's like some streetmosphere stuff going on as well. So getting us in the mood for spooky season. We are going a little bit later this year, so if you do want to stick around for our Horror Nights videos, they're going to come out quite late. And you know I always rank the houses in the Horror Nights videos, try and give you as big an overview of Horror Nights as possible. If you want to go and check out last year's videos, I'll put a link down in the description so you can see what Horror Nights looks like and see whether you would want to go and experience that or not, be it this year or next year and the year forward. But we love going. We've been, I think I've been 4 or 5 times now. You've been 3 or 4 times. Our first time was actually on the West Coast over in Hollywood, and we've done Orlando as well. So if you enjoy the video throughout, thumbs up, subscribe button, bell icon, be notified when we post all new videos. But spooky season is underway, and here we go. So there are 10 haunted houses at Universal's Halloween Horror Nights, and for number 10 I've gone with, we've got them on our phones by the way, Hatchet and Chains Demon Bounty Hunters.
Fair.
Right. The reason for me going for Hatchet and Chains, it was an element of the cinema house last year. I can't remember what is
the trailers type one.
The trailers kind of separate room for each individual story. I'll put down in the bottom corner what the house was actually called. Slaughter Cinema. There we go. Slaughter Cinema 2. And I just didn't resonate with this very much. Like, I don't mind the Demon Bounty Hunters vibe, but it just doesn't do it for me out of all 10 houses. So
I went with Galkin, Monsters of the North.
Okay.
Because, just consult, I made some notes.
I didn't do any of that.
Because I feel like the monsters and with like the horns and all of that stuff is just a bit like gimmicky, like a bit for the sake of doing it.
Yeah.
And I felt like it might be a bit similar to the Dragons, Fire and Ice thing.
Oh, the one from, was it last year? Or the year before?
I think it was the year before.
Where you choose thy fate.
Yeah, obviously that's it's not going to be a choosing one, but I felt like that was just a bit like, oh, I'm a creepy goat man with horns because I'm a creepy goat man with horns. And it didn't have much story. Yeah. So that's why I went with that one.
Yeah, so we've got our laptop to the side here. Becky's Galkin one. In a remote northern village, a wicked being rises from the dead, bringing a horde of monsters and demons from the fjords to wreak havoc on the townspeople. Try to escape the belly of the beast. That's the description of it. So yeah, I understand why you've gone with that. Hatchet and Chains, Demon Bounty Hunters. In this old west town, all hell is breaking loose. Red hot lava demons are trying to possess everyone, melting everything in their path. Your only hope is Hatchet and Chains and their mythical weapons. Just doesn't really do it for me. So that's a good choice for number 10. I get it. I understand why you've done it. So number 9. So that's your least most exciting house. Right. Number 9. I wonder if we're going to get one together here.
Yeah, true.
My number 9 is Jason Universe.
Oh, interesting.
Right. So I will read the description for mine now, actually. We'll do it in that order. The iconic villain Jason Voorhees is coming for you. Step into his terrifying world from his sinister shack in the woods to the summer camp where it all began. Okay. I'm not against Jason by any stretch of the imagination. One of my first horror films that I watched was, I think, Freddy Krueger versus Jason Voorhees back in the day. I like that, but when we did have that like couple of minute discussion about it, you mentioned about Halloween, the Halloween house.
We know we Halloween always ranks down low. Yeah, it's just the same guy in the same mask around a different corner.
Yeah, there's no like variety to it. Now with the Jason Universe house, I'm thinking there'll be a little bit more variety, because
probably more.
If you're going to the camp and you're going to his shack and all of that lot, like Camp Crystal Lake, that'd be cool. But I think something like that would be better outside. I know Universal doing a phenomenal job, but I think it would be better outside because you can have the lake where he like drowned as a kid and stuff like that. So ranks quite low for me. We'll see what we get.
Okay.
All right. So Becky's number 9. What are we going for?
Grave of Flesh.
Grave of Flesh. Okay. So.
You're dead meat. Welcome to your funeral, where things are about to go from bad to worse. You'll enter your grave and then the underworld, where the flesh eaters who feed on the dead will hunt you for all eternity. Not a bit of me. I think I don't like zombies generally because I find it like repetitive. Same. Yeah. So I feel like that's one of the reasons why it was low on my list. But the other thing I was thinking is, if it's all underground, how much is really they're going to be a set? True. Like the sets are just going to be like muddy looking, like, you know. Yeah. I'm just not convinced on the sets or the zombies, so it's down low for me.
I get it. I can get it and I appreciate it. I actually did put this lower in my list originally, and then I went back over my list and did a little bit of jiggery pokery and moved it around. And I will explain when I get there as to why I did it. Okay. So number 8 we are on now, and I've gone for El Artiste, a Spanish haunting.
That's much higher up for me.
Is it? Okay, right. So the description: in 19th century Spain, a tortured artist moves to an isolated country manor to seek inspiration. Instead, the art comes alive and possesses him. You're about to be part of the permanent exhibition. Okay, so the reason I've gone for this so low, as I said, I've been to Horror Nights like 4 times in Orlando in the past few years. Past 4 years, I suppose. But it's really, there was a museum house, I think it was back in 22 or 23, that I just didn't really get on with. It was like a fungus was going through this house, and it just didn't resonate with me. And I think actually it was a lot of people's least favourite house that year. And this is kind of giving me vibes of that, right? It could be fantastic because, caveat everything, some of the originals are phenomenal. They hit a lot of detail. I think they've got this idea that they've got to go big or go home on them.
And they've also got complete freedom with what they do with it.
Exactly. The details that you have are amazing. But if they do this properly, they could have a phenomenal manor, like a desolate, crumbling haunted manor. Yeah, kind of vibe,
which we don't really get at Horror Nights very much.
We don't.
Those haunted houses.
Yeah, so I get why you've put it higher, and I understand it. But yeah, it's just not for me. So, what's your number 8?
My number 8 is Horrors of the Wyatt 6.
Oh, okay.
Because I don't like wrestling. Well, no, I don't like it.
She walks around in a WWE t-shirt now with the Rock on it, but she doesn't
Only
like
because
it.
it's the Rock.
Only 'cause
But
it's
also, my favourite is Drew.
your favourite is Drew.
I don't, even though I've watched wrestling a bit more now because you've been watching it now, it's on Netflix. But I don't know who these people are.
Mm-hmm.
And they seem just like, it's not going to be that good at costumes, I don't think, because it's just masks.
Yeah, okay.
And I'm not really sure how they're going to bring wrestling into it. So it's just going to be a creepy man in masks, which doesn't really float my boat.
Yeah.
And it's just like, I'm not really sure what the storyline's going to be. And yeah, it's not high for me.
Okay, do you want to read the description out? So we've got...
Go head to head with the Wyatt Six as they lure you through the ominous doorway to their shadowy realm. You're about to meet your match.
Okay, so yeah, the Wyatt Six are a stable in WWE. I get it if you're not like...
If you don't know who
If you
they
don't
are,
know-
I feel like it's just going to be masks.
Exactly, and I think a lot of it's like... I think as an outsider, you've kind of got to take this as an original house,
Yeah, I
not
agree,
as a
yeah.
WWE house.
Yeah.
Like, just it is WWE presents the horrors of Wyatt Six,
And it's also
but-
not something like we watched a little clip on it, didn't we? So that I had a bit of understanding. But it's also not something like the other like IP houses. You can go and look. You can go and watch the film if you're not sure about it. You can go and watch the film and know about it. Whereas I feel like with everything with WWE, it's got so much backstory. It's not like you can just go and pop back and find out what's been going on because it's like 10 years of build up or whatever.
For sure, yeah, and that makes perfect sense. So you kind of got to go into it as an original house. As a WWE fan, that is a lot higher up for me, you know, because I know who the Wyatt Six are. I know who the Wyatt, like Bray Wyatt and the family and all this lot, so it does rank higher for me. But if you're new to it, it's an original house. Right, so we're now at number 7, aren't we? Right, so I've gone for Dolls, Let's Play Dead. Right. I'm not one of those that's like, oh, I hate clowns and I hate dolls and stuff like that, but it's just been overdone, I think.
Yeah, it's kind of like what I feel about zombies. And the other thing about dolls as well is the same. It's just a mask.
Yeah.
Unless like the old head tilting mask.
Yeah, I agree. So the description, you're about to become doll-sized and witness the unnatural creations of a twisted little girl. You'll be haunted by burnt fashion dolls, toys she's melded together, and undead horrors in her dollhouse. So if you're British and you've gone to Alton Towers and you've done the Curse at Alton Manor, this is giving me vibes of that. And don't get me wrong, I love that ride, but I'm just not really like you said, it's going to be like in an attic or something. You're going to have like a Jack in the Box. You're going to have a few dolls, stuff like that. It's not going to be anything really special. There's also a maze at Fright Nights as well, Stitches at Thought Park's Fright Nights, and I think it's going to be quite...
That's a bit more like toys and stuff.
That's a bit more like teddies and stuff, yeah. But I think it's been overdone. So that's why it's at number 7 for me.
7 for me is Jason Universe. I put it slightly higher because I'm quite excited to see how they do the camp.
Okay.
But that's the only thing that pushed it up for me.
Camp Crystal Lake.
So yeah, but other than that,
stuff, yeah.
All the mask stuff we've said and repetitive, no storyline I'm worried about. But yeah,
fair, makes sense. This is where we're we've got a few that are gonna start to like repeat now, and then I think our top 3 are gonna be like
similar, probably
fairly similar.
Yeah.
So number 6 for me is Grave of Flesh. I appreciate everything that you said about if it's all underground, what are you going to see, stuff like that. The smell for me, going in and having that dirt smell. I really like that. I like the idea of like, as horrible as it sounds, like the rotten, decaying flesh smell that and you can really resonate with Halloween Horror Nights. but yeah, it's not enough to like bump it right up into the top 5 for me. So that's why it's at number 6. But yeah, I do get what you're saying.
Yeah.
So number 6 for you.
Hatchet and Chains.
Okay.
I'm a bit worried about the fact that it's just going to be jump scares.
Okay.
But the fact that, because it says something in the description about it being a whole town. Yeah, the Old West town. That's why I put it slightly higher.
Okay, because you're going to have a whole town to it.
And I thought it might be a bit like that Blood Moon one that they did. That was like the whole, like, it felt like a whole plaza and stuff. So I feel like that will be, I'm looking forward to the sets for that. I'm worried about the jumpiness of it and just being like, yeah, that stuff. But I think that the sets have got the biggest potential.
Yeah, that makes sense. Number 5 for me was Galkin, Monsters of the North. I'm praying this is the Cold House this year. The Northern Fjords, the past few years, the cold houses have been really good.
Yeah, true.
So you had like
the Yeti one.
You had a deep water one or something, which was really good, and they had like a full-size ship in there. We had Ghostbusters last year, Ghostbusters Frozen Empire, and going into the firehouse and having that all frozen and stuff. That was phenomenally cool. So that's why it's sort of like middle of the road for me. I'm really excited to see like what they do with the, like how they do the snow and stuff like that, and like mountains off in the distance. That's what's really doing it for me. So yeah, number 5 for me, middle of the road.
Okay, number 5 for me is Dolls. Let's Play Dead.
Okay.
Slightly higher because I am quite intrigued about the you shrink down to the size of a doll.
Oh, so you think it's gonna be like giant?
It'll be like
teddy bear.
It'll be like the Toy Story land, I think, a bit like that.
Yeah, I guess like,
which has a lot of potential to do.
How else could they have done it though? Like, because you're not going to get children playing dolls, like legally. So
yeah.
Like they had to come up with like either the dolls are really big, or you're shrinking down.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I feel like that's got potential. So hopefully they do.
Like
do that
giant
justice.
sets that you walk into. Yeah, that's good. I mean, it's going to take them a lot to put that together. So, and you love the sets, don't you?
Yeah,
you're all about the sets, not the scares. Number 4.
You're not going to like my number 4, but go on. What's yours?
Terrifier.
Okay.
Right. Terrifier. I'm going to read the description. Terrifier is a really funny one. It's a big one that's people have been longing for it for ages. Try your luck against Art the Clown in the Terrifier Funhouse. You'll witness his grotesque handiwork of torture and be exposed to the splatter of his victims. It's a whole new level of gore. This one had to be in the top 5 for me. I don't care for Art the Clown as like a horror icon, let's say. This is the gore house. It really is as simple as that. There's going to be blood. There's going to be guts everywhere. I think we're going to get splashed with blood, water. I think there will be a few jump scares. I think he's going to be creepy AF. He's going to like come up and just get right in your face. We've only watched the first one, and I don't remember enough about it for it to like go up into my top 3. But the first one, I wasn't like enthralled by the story of it. But I remember there being some like real crazy kills in there. So
yeah,
that's
we
where
need to rewatch, don't we, before we go?
That's where like I'm going with it. And they did an event for influencers in the UK. And they said that you're going to get drenched with blood in this. So I think it's going to be like proper intense gore. So that's my number 4.
Mine is Five Nights at Freddy's.
Yeah, okay. You said I wasn't going to be happy about that. I get it. Yeah. I am not.
Yeah. I feel like it's just going to be the big guys.
The
Costumes,
animatronics.
maybe, or animatronics. Probably animatronics because it's not on our Unmasking the Horror tour.
Yeah.
So we assume that it's animatronics. But I just feel like I'm just lackluster about it because I think it's going to be just these big guys doing nothing, and there's not going to be much to it.
Divorce.
Mm.
Read him the description.
Get ready for the night. Get ready for the night watch at a creepy abandoned pizzeria where nothing is what it seems, and possessed animatronics are lurking.
Okay.
Because in the film, they're like fluid. They're like, when they want to kill you, they just start chasing you quick. Mm-hmm. But in real life, an animatronic's not going to do that.
Yeah.
But also, if it's a costume, then that will also be a letdown.
Yeah.
So I feel like either way, I'm going to be let down.
You reckon? Okay. It is higher up for me, obviously. Mm-hmm. Wow. Yeah, I wasn't expecting that.
No.
But I quite enjoyed the film.
Yeah, the film's not bad.
Oh, goodness me.
I'm just in shock now.
Number 3 for me is WWE Presents The Horrors of the Wyatt Six. I'm a big WWE fan. I've been a big WWE fan. I had a break, through the teenage years when I was too cool for WWE, but
then you became uncool again.
I think Bray Wyatt, who was the leader of the Wyatt family, Wyndham Rotunda, his name is. He was a phenomenal horror mind, and he really had this idea of bringing these characters to life and doing like a Mr. Rogers kind of weird, creepy TV show with an alter ego. And it was one of the most compelling things going on in WWE in like 2017 to 2018, all the way through 2022, 23. And then he sadly passed away, and his brother, Bo Dallas, took up the mantle of Uncle Howdy. And I think it was bringing his characters to life. Also, there's such an intertwined connection between theme parks and wrestling fans. Right?
That is true.
And I say that knowing that half of the creative team of Horror Nights and Universal Orlando are big WWE fans. So this is like a fever dream for them. So I really feel like they're going to try everything as they might to do it justice. And they would have worked very closely with the wrestlers themselves to put that vision across. So that's why it's in top 3 for me. If you want to know more about it, Michael Aiello, I've hit his Twitter handle down in the bottom corner. He did a whole thread of like why he did it and how it came about and stuff, and it's just a really cool read. So go and check that out. But that's my number 3. Becky, you've already shocked me, so you're going to shock me again here.
No, I'm going to shock you at number 2. Terrifier is number 3 for me.
Okay.
So yeah, I think pretty much everything you've said about. I'm excited to see how they do the getting wet, and that's quite different and unique. And the fact that we'll watch the films again, and I like the ones where we can go in and be like, oh, that's from that.
That's from that.
Yeah.
You know the story, you know the scene that it's from.
Yeah. I'm just not convinced how unique the sets are going to be, which is why it's not slightly higher.
Yeah, I remember there being like a big diner scene in the first one. That's all I kind of really remember. But yeah, not a lot to it really. So yeah, number 3 for you is Terrifier. Okay, I get it. Yeah, I mean it's number 4 for me, so we're not far off. Number 2 for me, first time it's appearing in the list. You've not said it yet. Is Fallout. Fallout is my number 2, right? So
I can't remember which one you've got left.
Face your fears in
I can.
Post-apocalyptic LA, escape from the vault to the wasteland, and confront the formidable bounty hunter, the Ghoul. We're rewatching it at the moment. Let's say we're rewatching it. You're watching it for the first time. I'm rewatching it because I watched it when it first came out. I wasn't a big. I'm not a massive gamer. I've watched them. I buy my dad the Fallout games. He loves them, like whatever. But I like what you said about going into the sets and going through the scenes.
Yeah. Now, since I've put this where I've put it, I think maybe we had a conversation that maybe would have changed my mind, but
Okay.
not sure.
What was the conversation?
Well, we talked about the fact that now I know it's in the tent. I'm a bit more concerned.
Yeah, okay.
Because when I thought it was in the studio building, that offers potential for, because I'm thinking like
a vast
dunes,
open wasteland.
The sand and the in the distance. I was just thinking in the distance that there'll be like.
Our dog just made a noise, by the way.
Ralph farted.
From his rear end. Yeah.
He's so professional.
It's a funny horror night.
Yeah, I was just thinking like of like the abandoned buildings in the distance and stuff like that.
I think it's going to be more focused on like the vaults.
Yeah, which is fine because that's like a 60s vibe and that'll be really cool.
And the town. The town from it's called Philly, I think the town is. Yeah, I think that's going to be more of a focus.
But that Philly's got a lot of potential as well because it's got like
the rusty shacks and
and like all the little like trinkets making into a building.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Having it in a tent is infinitely disappointing. I would have loved for it to be in a soundstage. It's not to be. Fallout is your...
No, yours.
Fallout's my number 2. Yours is...
El Artista.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, that's very different.
Yeah.
I picked that, number 8?
Yeah, that's the one with the haunted house.
Okay.
Because I think it's just got a lot of potential.
Because of the haunted house vibes.
Yeah,
and walking through
the haunted house vibes, and I feel like it's going to have a touch of the Blood Moons about it. So yeah, we'll see.
Fair. My number 1. You know what my number 1 is? Five Nights at Freddy's. I love the arcade vibe, the creepy arcade, the pizzeria. It's got very much a Chuck E. Cheese about it, which you've obviously seen. We don't really have Chuck E. Cheese here, but we've obviously seen it in tons of TV shows and movies and stuff like that. The animatronics, I think, could be really, really cool. There are some gruesome deaths in there as well, which I think are going to be cool. The smells are going to be cool going through it because I think you're going to have like the pizzeria kind of garlicky smell going through. This is a long anticipated house. People have been saying this has come in for the past 5 or 6 years. It's just never happened. Now we're finally doing it. It is in a soundstage, so it's got a lot of potential. Becky mentioned it. It's not on our... we're doing an Unmasking the Horror tour, 6-house tour. There is also a 3-house tour. Five Nights at Freddy's is not part of either of these, so there's going to be some really interesting tricks on how they do these animatronics, how they really bring these characters to life. That unfortunately we're not going to see in the light, but it's what it is, right? So, that's my number 1. Five Nights at Freddy's. I'm so excited for it, but to be honest, the top 3, the top 3 are all really good. It's a heavy hit in HHN this year. So your number 1 then?
Fallout.
It's Fallout. Okay. Nice.
I think at the moment, because we're watching it right now, I think it's going to be the most relatable for me. I'm going to see things that I recognise the most, and I'm excited to see how they do the sets and the dunes and the vaults and stuff.
Yeah.
So, and it's not particularly gory, really.
No, there's a few interesting deaths.
And I feel like it's going to be quite a lot like that other one that was there,
No.
Come on.
That's very, very like...
The one with Pedro Pascal and the...
The Last of Us.
The Last of Us. I feel like it's going to be a similar vibe to that because it's like a bit like wastelandy and a bit needs to get out in a rush but not really getting killed.
Yeah, okay. I liked The Last of Us. It was good. It was a good house. So yeah, it makes sense. Yeah, it is in a tent, like so we're not going to get those like sand dunes in the same way. But yeah, I think we're going to have a lot of like walking through the corridors of the vaults. It'll be interesting to see if they can create like the crop fields and stuff like that, because there's a big like go and watch the show, but smaller now. There's a wedding scene where a lot of stuff happens to a lot of people in that scene, and I think that could be a very good one. And then other stuff happens inside the deeper part of the vault. So yeah, definitely could be some really interesting things. So top 3 for me: WWE presents The Horrors of the Wyatt Six, Fallout, and Five Nights at Freddy's.
And mine is Terrifier, El Artista, and Fallout. So Fallout's the only one that laps over.
Yeah, interesting. Wow.
We didn't have any in the same spot there.
No, and we're going to see, we'll do obviously a rank after we've done Horror Nights as well, and see how it compares looking back on this. But yeah, let us know what you think of our top 10. Let us know what yours are down in the comments. And on to the next section. As part of Universal's Halloween Horror Nights, on both coasts actually, in a lot of Halloween events we have scare zones, and those are spaces within the park, within the walkways, where you get scared, basically. They are... Get scared. I get scared, you get scared.
No, you get scared.
It's what it is, right? Sometimes we all get scared. But basically, they're little areas that you walk through, and you've got theming either side of you, little stages and set pieces that are dotted around the park. And in previous years, there's been 5 of these at Universal Studios Florida. This year, they've actually taken a slightly different approach. They've done one less to extend one of them and just make them a bit bigger, make them a little bit fuller. And we're really looking forward to seeing what these are on offer. So we've got 4 of them this time. So this list is going to be a little bit quicker. We'll get through it a little bit quicker. So we've got a description of each one here. And I think Becky and I, we're going to have some fairly different rankings here. So should I start at number 4? Okay. So number 4 for me is Mutations, Toxic 20s.
Interesting.
So I'll read you the description of it. In a bustling 1920s neighborhood, a BuzzCon truck with radioactive cargo crashes into a mobster getaway car, sending the city into toxic pandemonium. It mutates everyone in its path, including you.
No, it says you.
Me. Not you.
No, you.
Them?
You?
This is like one of those 3D films. Yeah, so I just don't care for it. I just don't care for the mutation vibe. Now, one thing I do care for as part of this is the 1920s vibe of it. That's something that I was like, oh, where do I put this on my list? Because like I like the old vintage vibes. That's part of why we've put Fallout at the top of the rankings, right? So yeah, for me that is number 4. Right, for you?
The Cat Lady of Crooked Lane.
Okay.
When I first saw the picture of this, which you'll see now, I thought this was going to be at the top. Okay. When I saw the advert picture, I thought that looked really cool because it looks like quite innocent, like just like a crazy cat lady, but like a bit of pumpkins, a bit of orange, almost a bit child friendly. But the description is: travel down a spooky winding path to a mysterious home where trick-or-treaters are transformed into feral felines. Be careful or you'll be next. And then I thought it's just going to be people dressed up as cats, and I don't like that. So that's why I put it at the bottom. Yeah,
that's fair. It has got like you saw the picture there. It's got very much a Hansel and Gretel vibe to the image. So yeah, I understand where you'd be thinking that.
Like a bit more of a Mickey's Not So Scary, like a light-hearted one.
Yeah.
But I don't think it will be.
I see them having like claws, reaching out to you, hissing at you, that kind of thing in the darkness. You know, yeah, I get it. I get why you wouldn't like it. So, number 3 for me is the Cat Lady of Crooked Lane.
For the same reasons.
For the same reasons to a degree. Now, I know where this is being located, right? So that's part of why I've put it 1 up from Mutations. This is going to be located in Central Park, on the way to Kids Zone and DreamWorks, right? So it goes all through Central Park, which means it is the scare zone where you've got all of the pumpkins above you. So whilst I'm not really too fussed on
what's happening,
the
scenery,
the feral felines, the scenery itself is going to be cool. The mysterious home, there's going to be a big like home at the end, and I think that's going to be quite cool.
You won't be able to go in it.
You won't be able to go in it, but there'll be something happening on.
I feel like it's going to be like
that area. So yeah, it's my number 3. Yeah, I don't care for the feral felines thing, but the location of the scare zone and the all-encompassing nature of it, I'm all right with. So your number 3?
My number 3 is the origins of horror artist. Yeah.
The origins of horror.
I was just reading my notes and I just kept going. And enter a decaying conservatory of twisted vines where artists carve tributes to Halloween Horror Nights 34. You'll encounter monstrous crows, gargoyles, and more.
Okay.
The artist bit intrigued me because I thought, I wonder if there are actually going to be artists there or if it's just going to be people sitting at like a pretend thing. So, like, because I'm just thinking, like, because we had at Epic, we had the artists there doing stuff. Cool. So I wonder if they will do, not stuff to give away, but like real artists. Making artwork for yeah, that would be cool. But I've highly unlikely. So yeah, I just think it's just a bit like, oh, crows.
Yeah,
I like birds.
Yeah, so I think you've got a different kind of idea of what the crows are to what they will be.
What people crows.
Yeah. I'll get into it in a second.
Which also I don't like.
I'll get into it in a second.
Is it like a beak vibe?
Yeah, it's like the witch doctor kind of, the plague doctor death mask. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I also don't like that.
Fair enough. Yeah, so you ain't gonna like that scare zone then, really.
I'm saying I don't like everything, so maybe I should just go home.
So for me, I've gone for number 2. Number 2 is Masquerade Dance with Death.
Same.
Hey, our first one. Yes. Right, I will read you the description of that. You're invited to a masquerade ball where bloodthirsty vampires lurk behind ornate disguises. When their masks fall, you'll become their prey. So for me, the reason I put this here is I like that whole, like, I'm picturing this as kind of like a gothic manor, right? And they're going in there. They're going to be in like the long, like
ball gowns,
the ball gowns, the like the jackets with the dicky bow ties and stuff like that, dressed up, and then they're vampires, right? And then like the mask comes off, and then they're a vampire. So that like really intrigues me.
Yeah.
And I think the music's going to be quite cool.
Yeah, the music will be. I've put that quite high up because of the masks for me. I think the masks will be cool. I'm not massive on vampires, but I think vampires and zombies and dolls, they're all the same, like all a bit overdone. Like it's just like, oh, you're a vampire, surprise.
I do think as well.
But I mean, what can you do? Like other than vampires, dolls, and zombies, is much more.
You're gonna have kind of like a Venetian mask kind of vibe to them. I think that'll be quite cool. So, both our number 2s. Yeah, there you go. That one was easy, right? Number 1 then, mine is the origins of horror. I like the idea of the conservatory, the stained glass, walking into that like that greenhouse where it's like the glass is falling down.
But it won't be like that because it's outside. It's just a scare zone.
It is just a scare zone, yeah. But I think they're going to do quite a lot in this scare zone to like...
Where is this one?
This is in Minion Land. So it's from the front of the park all the way through Minion Land.
That also puts me off.
Does it?
Because how... Minion Land is like bright and like...
Yeah, but all the lights are going to be turned off on the sides.
I know, but it's just... I don't know. You can't in somewhere in a Minion Land type vibe. I don't think you can. Like New York and San Francisco and stuff are very flexible, and Central Park. But I feel like Minion Land is Minion Land.
They didn't used to do one in Minion Land. This is the first year that they're like actually extending it all the way through Minion Land, because the scare zone at the front was just
like like a block, and then everyone got stuck. Especially when we went, and that was that Dr. Oddfellow.
Yeah.
And then he was like,
he would walk around there, but
and he did like a little
stage
show, didn't he? There, and then we all got stuck.
Yeah. So yeah, that's my number one. I'm really excited for that. I like that it's giving tribute to the Halloween Horror Nights as well. I'm thinking we'll have little Easter eggs in there from years past. You'll have like Jack the Clown, Chance, the Usher, all of these people. They're not going to make an appearance, but there'll be like Easter eggs towards them in there. And I like that, the lore of Halloween Horror Nights. So for you, number one
is the Mutations one.
Mutations, Toxic
Opposite
20s.
end.
It is, yeah. So I'm surprised by that.
It's the 1920s vibe.
Okay.
I feel like the dress is going to be cool, and the music's going to be cool. And Mutation is whatever for me, but I feel like
because I was surprised because you said something about zombies earlier and stuff, and you're not keen on it, and now you're like zombies and mutation at the top of the scare zone.
I think I'm always going to get a zombie or a vampire or whatever in the thing, so I have to choose based on the background.
The best of the bad.
So the background stuff, the 1920s, I think that'll be really cool because of all the vintagey kind of like the dresses with the Charleston bottoms.
Yeah,
and all that
I can
stuff.
appreciate it. I think it's going to be cool, and they're going to be in like sweater vests.
Yeah, exactly.
It's going to be cool.
Yeah,
it's going to be cool. For me, it was down because of the Mutations, but I was like up in an hour in because I like the 20s vibes of it. So that's our scare zones. Mine's number one, The Origins of Horror. Yours is Mutations, Toxic 20s. So yeah, we have got quite different.
Yeah, we have.
We had one that was the same though, so that was pretty cool. So let us know what you think of that down in the comments, and what your rankings would be for the scare zones. So as part of Universal's Halloween Horror Nights, you also do have more entertainment. We've got the houses, we've got the scare zones, and then we've got extra little bits and pieces happening around the park. Now, two of those things that are happening, you've got one show in what was previously the Fear Factor live stage, next to Diagon Alley and behind like the Jaws bathrooms near Men in Black. And then you've also got a lagoon show. So if you've seen, the lagoon show is a returning feature. The last time it was there was 2022, and then there was a hurricane that knocked it out for the rest of that year. I saw it the final day before the hurricane came, and then the hurricane destroyed the fountain. So now they've been doing Sensational, which is their nighttime spectacular at Universal Studios Florida. They've decided to bring back a show. I'm so excited for it. I'm excited for both of these entertainment offerings. So because there's only two of them, there's going to be relatively easy and quick. Number two for me is Nightmare Fuel Circus of Decay. Same. Nightmare Fuel is a circus aerobatic show. Is that right?
No, acrobatics. Aero is in the sky.
Aerial acrobatic show.
Aerial? No, it's not.
But they will be in the sky.
I would say
it'll be an acrobatic show then.
This once vibrant circus has festered into an unending nightmare. It's a sinister spectacle of pyro, aerialists, and delusions.
Yeah. So it's also a little bit sexy as well.
It is really good. Every time we watch it, we do enjoy it. And it's also a really nice way to break the night up as well.
Yeah, and honestly, they play My Chemical Romance, Welcome to the Black Parade at the very start of it. And you've got the whole of the stadium singing Welcome to the Black Parade. And it is proper emo vibes from the early 2000s.
So we always enjoy it. And and we always like the circus.
Some of the illusions aren't the best, but like... The illusions mixed with the music, mixed with the burlesque vibes of it, all of the performers are top tier.
Yeah.
They are incredible. Everybody in there is really, like, the performers are really going for it. The The crowd is really into it as well. They're whooping, they're hollering. It is just a good vibe in there.
Mm-hmm.
Some of their shows are better than others. You know, they're not all like home runs. Circus of Decay, I think, is going to be quite an interesting one because we're going to have like the clowny vibes with like cuts and like pieces of skin falling off them and stuff. I think that could be quite a cool kind of vibe. And sexy ladies and sexy men for Becky as well.
I already found a sexy man.
Is that guy Bao?
Here he is. Oh, you did a baby.
So the second entertainment offering is the Lagoon Show, and it's called Hauntophonic: A Ghoulish Journey. And Becky's going to read the description out now.
I put this at the top because I haven't seen one before for Horror Nights.
Yeah, okay, fair.
A ghost story is rising from its watery grave to haunt the Universal Studios lagoon, featuring towering water screens and eerie music. So I feel like, I don't know, it's a bit of a toss-up between the two, isn't it? Because they're so different. But,
they are, yeah.
Yeah, I feel it will be good to have something different to watch.
Yeah. So for me, I love the Sensational show. We liked the Universal Cinematic Celebration when it was way back when. Then it came back as Sensational, and it was like the music of Universal films and the lands around, right? And they do a similar kind of thing at Epic Universe as well on the Celestial.
They do have a segment for Universal Monsters, don't they?
Because Dark Universe at Epic Universe. So it's cool. Like Epic Universe is just fountains. This is a water screen, so we'll have projections of elements of horror. What they used to do, they did for the last one that was there, and what they do for Sensational is they project elements from the park. So I think this is going to have bits of like Fallout. It's going to have bits of Terrifier in there. You will have Universal Monsters in there probably because it's Universal Monsters. You have Five Nights at Freddy's. You have elements of the mazes and the scare zones from around the park mixed with cool music. I think it's just going to be a really nice way to, like you said before, with the Nightmare Fuel, break up the night. Now, unfortunately, we can't sit down for this, but still, it'll be something that isn't stood 2 hours in a queue for a maze. So yeah, so you've gone for the same one then. So we've got the same list there. You've also this year got some Streetmosphere happening. Not a lot really going on, but there are 3 items there that we've ranked. They're just going to be little things happening around the park that aren't a scare zone, that aren't a maze, that aren't a show. Just a couple of scare actors, basically. So for number 3, I've gone for Club Dead.
Club Horror?
Club Horror, Club Dead.
You'll be the Club Dead if you carry on like
that. The reason I've put it last is because basically it's just going to be a DJ, and I think it's just going to be a DJ like dressed up as a zombie.
Zombie DJ.
And a couple of dancers around the area, like as zombies. I just don't think it's going to be anything really too special.
Maybe just like if you get a drink and go there and then chill out. But yeah.
But nothing too special. Number 3?
I've put Death Eaters.
Oh really? Okay.
Yeah, because we've seen them before. They never really do very much. It's always really crowded. You can't really get to them anyway. And then they just swish and walk away. I mean, if you've never seen them before, yeah, it's cool. But I feel like
Avada Kedavra.
Because to Dallas. I feel like it's not
It's not anything special.
It's not enough for me. Not enough spice.
For me, I've put that as number 2. The reason I've put it as number 2, Becky doesn't know this. Last year, they did a little bit of a show on the Tales of the Beetle Bard stage. They sort of did a bit of like
a battle.
Dark mark. There wasn't actually a dark mark, but they did like a bit of smoke up in the sky, projected green lights.
Done a bit of a drone guy.
A drone dark mark, yeah. I mean, I don't know if it would work under the canopy of Diagon Alley,
Alley.
but yeah, I think they do add something to it, and it means that there's something happening in the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, because otherwise, why are you going to go in there, right?
But I, in a way, think it does break the immersion slightly of Horror Nights, because it's like everywhere has got, like, even when you're walking through some of the childlike streets, it's all
Scary
scare
horror.
zones or whatever, and then it breaks it up by just going into Harry Potter.
Yeah, I get that. They do.
Because
They
all
play
you
spooky
get-
music.
All you get is like the odd Death Eater.
Yeah.
You can't really see
think
them
there
because
was-
it's so crowded.
I think there was like 7 or 8 of them in Diagon Alley last year. There's probably going to be less this year because they've got more going on around the park. So yeah, that's my number 2. What's your number 2?
Club Horror.
Club Horror. Okay.
Same reason, really.
Just
I don't think we're going to spend much time
zombie,
there. We'll go and
DJ.
see it, but
we'll walk through it, take a couple of pictures, dance to a little bit of music, and that'll be it, right? Which means we've both picked the same one at number 1. So Mel's Die-In Zombies. I put it at my number 1 because Mel's Drive-In, or Mel's Die-In as it becomes at Horror Nights, is like quite a staple. I think,
but there's no reason for it to be a staple other than the change of sign. There's nothing.
There's nothing at all. No, it just becomes a thing.
It's quite nice that they've actually made it into a thing.
Yeah, and so what I think is going to happen here is you're going to have rollerblade, or roller skater zombies.
Like
you know,
dressed in diner gear.
Yeah, dressed in diner gear, and that's what the image shows, as you saw. I think that could be kind of cool, and it's just something.
But that's going to be outside, I presume.
I don't know.
It must be. It's so tight in there. It's so, like, you can hardly move.
Yeah, yeah, it's gonna be a weird one. There's a lot of space for them to just roam around outside, and there's a big section there that they can
on the other side of the road.
Yeah, that they can skate in outside the horror makeup show.
Yeah.
So I think they'll use that area as a little bit of a thing. But yeah, your reasons?
I just said them, I think.
Kind of similar.
Let me check my notes. New, unique, and bringing the Die-In tradition to life.
There you go. Mel's Die-In has traditionally not been brought to life, and it is now. So yeah, that's our entire rankings of Universal's Halloween Horror Nights 34. We had some very different lists there.
I do think that there's like, it's missing. I know you're going to say that there's Five Nights at Freddy's, but it's missing that kind of cult, like old school cult classic this year.
Like the comedy one.
Yeah, almost.
Like Ghostbusters.
Yeah,
last year.
Ghostbusters, Beetlejuice. I don't want to say Poltergeist because that's not funny, but it's like an old, you know what I mean? Like an old staple one.
Yeah.
We don't really have that this year. Everything's quite new. Five Nights at Freddy's, was that a remake? This one that we watched?
No, so Five Nights at Freddy's is based off a video game, I think. And then it got turned into a film, and now
the film is only like
10 years old.
Yeah.
And they're making a new one. A sequel comes out later this year. There's just been rumours that there's going to be a third one in a couple of years' time as well. That's going to start filming this year.
But there's nothing from the 80s.
No.
I don't know how.
Terrifier is only about 10 years old.
Yeah, so I don't know. That's just, I feel like that's missing a little bit this year.
Yeah, I would agree. Yeah, it's very much an event for the younger generation this year. Because you haven't got. Well, Jason's an old school
that is
one.
Old, yeah.
This is based on like the newer version of Jason. So hopefully you guys have enjoyed our rankings and enjoyed seeing, what we're excited for, and we'll take you along to Halloween Horror Nights. The video will be out later because we're going later in the year than we normally do. We're so excited. We love the scare events. We'll be going to a few scare events here in the UK as well, and we'll take you along to that, and we'll let you know sort of like how that compares to Horror Nights. But yeah, if you have enjoyed the video, because we've enjoyed like ranking them and feeding ideas back to each other as to what's going to be right and wrong here. If you have enjoyed it, give us a thumbs up. It really helps us out so much. It would be great if you could hit the subscribe button, bell icon to be notified when we post all new videos. See you on the other side.
Thanks.